All right, guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Friday, of course, the 19th day of March 2021. Thank God it's Friday. I hope yours is going off without a hitch or a glitch. Mine is grand, which is why I'm here with you. Like, what other reason do I have, right? All right, you're welcome to another edition of Random Things exclusive to Click Naija Radio. Now, on the show, we feature a guest, a random person, and we discuss the most mundane and random things. But we always have a random question every week. Now, before I tell you the random question, I'd like to introduce today's guest to you. He is Isa Ozo. Did I get that?
Yes.
Okay. He's a digital media expert. He's a creative director, Abuja Facts, and special assistant to the FCT Minister, New Media. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you.
This is the first time we're having someone somewhat political on this show, but I like that it's a mix of, both worlds. So yeah, hopefully we'll get to pick your brains on a couple of things today. All right, so guys, today on the program, of course, our random question is, what's your favorite part of the human face? Ooh. Our guest will be answering, but not yet. So, you have time to think about it, right? But let me know in the comment section. You already know, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So just keep it. I'll ask you. So keep it ready. Now, what's your favorite part of the human face? Let me know in the comment section. Okay, or you can check out the post on Facebook. You can actually drop your comments there. All right, and in case you don't know who I am, of course, I am Makcit. Like, duh. Who else would I be? Okay, now so we go straight into it. Now to our guest, welcome again to the program.
Thank you very
All right,
much.
so we've had a few digital media experts on the program. People who are like IT savvy and stuff like that. And one thing they all have in common is that they did not choose the field. Somehow they read something else and this happened to them. Is that the same thing for you?
Totally, it's the same.
Wow.
It's my story too.
Okay, so what happened actually? How did this happen? How did digital media begin for you?
Okay, I think for me, right from time, I've actually been someone who was quite curious about anything digital,
Okay.
but majorly social media, especially the chat platforms.
Oh,
So
okay.
it all started from
From
when
your
my
interest in
yeah.
this.
So then we had MySpace, High Five, Yahoo Messenger. We had Tugo. Tugo was the major one that took a lot of my time. So I was
Okay.
quite interested in putting out information out there, sharing information with people. And then at the point, I just heard of a particular seminar, and I just thought, instead of sitting at home, why not just go attend? And that was where they talked about how you can add value with something you're passionate about. And
Okay.
since I was passionate about social media platforms, I just thought of how I can add value with that. And that launched my professionalism in the digital media sector,
Okay, but what did you study in school?
biological sciences. And I've not had anything to do with biology ever since I left school. Yeah.
So, but like, would you say your degree was a waste? Like,
No, I wouldn't say it's a waste. In Nigeria, it's not a waste. And since we are kind of in the political sector there, it gets to a point where some of these becomes a requirement. So
okay.
yes, it's just there as a source of requirement. Yeah.
Okay, all right. But what is it that like most of the people we have now in the IT space didn't study it as a first? Would you see a particular reason why this happened?
You see, IT became a thing a very long time ago, but it wasn't that prominent in Nigeria.
Okay,
So
true.
even in schools, they just tell you go read computer sciences, and when you come out of school, they tell you to just type documents and that's it. So nobody really saw the professionalism in it. So it only became a thing when distance came to be, and people wanted to contact other people in other parts of the world, and then some people saw it as a means of selling items, and then
Mhm.
innovations started coming in. And for Nigeria, I think we've only been that prominent in that sector in the last 20 years.
Okay.
And prior to that, I mean, it was extreme because for me, I've been in that field for about 9, 10 years now.
Okay. Okay.
So, and I know some people who have been there for about 15 years. So
Longer.
that's
All
why
right.
I just put that figure,
Okay. It's
around
here.
that here. So, um, we've realized that, like they say, the world is a global village.
Mm-hmm.
So we now believe in innovations and we believe in connectivity. So that has now prompted the professionalism in that aspect in the present state we are.
Okay. All right. So, among the things you do, you are also the creative director, Abuja Facts.
Yes.
Okay. So, tell us about that. What's Abuja Facts?
Abuja Fat is a digital media platform. So basically, we provide information as regards the capital city. We tell you where to get the best, what, we're looking for the best places to go to, looking for the best restaurants to eat,
Is
looking for the best hotels to stay, the best schools to take your children to. So we wanted to put that information out there to make it easier for, people to make their choices.
okay. But how do you arrive at the best? Is it do you use polls, surveys, or what?
Yeah, initially we get to get all the information we want. We approach some of these
Okay.
institutions, and then we have ratings. For instance, when it comes to let me take schools for
Okay.
instance here. When it comes to affordability, that's one thing people look
Okay.
at,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
and another thing is customer care. Now, if they have people working for them, is how those people treat their children, and then we get to ask a few parents who have children there and
There.
say,
Oh,
okay,
okay.
what has your experience been. So, and we also go online to see what has been said
Said
because, of course, you see features, articles
reviews and
about
stuff.
some of these schools. So we draw our own conclusion, putting all
Okay.
of this
So you
together.
guys do the research actually
Yes,
before you advise us. So it's
yes.
not about somebody paying you
No,
to
no,
put
no.
okay. All right, that's cool. Okay, guys, this is still random things here on Click Niger Radio. You're chilling with me, Makcit the Purple Diva, and today our guest is Isa Ozo.
Yes,
Aha, okay.
you're
I'm good.
getting it right.
Okay, so yes, and our guest today is like he's a lot of things, but these are just the few that we have put together. He's a digital media expert, the creative director of Abuja Facts, and he's a special assistant to the FCT Minister, New Media. So if you have any questions for him, you can head over to Facebook if you're not listening via Facebook and drop a question for him under the live video that is going on right now, okay? And he'll answer that. Remember that today, I mean, as the show says, random things, today our random question is, what's your favorite part of the human face? And now our guest gets to answer. So tell us, what is your favorite part of the human face? The eyes. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So can you tell us why it's the eyes?
Anyway, I would say the eyes, and please, the male gender is none of my concerns. So
Ah,
particularly when I see
female
someone,
eyes.
yes, yes, when I see someone of the opposite gender,
Gender.
the first thing I just get to look at is, oh, let me see what your eyes are telling me.
Oh, okay. So it's
Um,
not about the shape of the eyes or the color of the eyes, it's the message the eyes are
yes,
passing.
there is this look someone can just give you, and you just get the message, and be like,
Okay, so let's say so not even someone else, your own face. What's your favorite part of your own face?
yeah, the favorite part of my own face.
Yes. Your teeth. I was actually like I was about to say it just before you said it. Yeah, your teeth are really cute though.
Thank you very
Okay,
much.
yes. Okay, so how is it that your own face, not your favorite part of your own face is your teeth, but the thing you notice most about other people, females, is their eyes. Why?
Uh, anyway, I think maybe why my feet became something for me was the comments I have received. Although I have a gap tooth here,
Uh-huh.
but there are several others on the side,
uh,
and people are initially I was a bit insecure about it, and then people were like, no, that's cool, it's really cool. And I was like, for real? So from time to time, I get to just sit in front of the mirror and be like,
okay, so you fell in love with your
yes,
teeth.
exactly. It was a gradual process, so I didn't just stand up one day and just say, no, this is it. But
Uh,
it was still, I mean, people's comments influenced it.
okay. All right, so still about you, like I mean, you do a lot so far. I mean, even just in the short time that I have spent with you, I've seen. But yeah, so the TEDx Okene event that
Yes.
happened, that was last month.
January
Oh, it's
30th.
January. Okay, so yes, the end of January. Okay, yes, and then one of our own here, Capital FM's
Yeah.
Abdul Fattah Otori, also featured among the panelists. Yeah.
Yes.
So tell us about that. What was the drive for you? I mean, you were the curator of that
Yes,
event.
yes,
Okay,
yes.
so what was the drive for you?
You know how they say you find the problem. I mean, you see a problem
Problem.
and then you try to find solutions to them. So, having identified the challenges we see that youths face in that part of um, the country, which is Okene,
Okay.
um, the thing is, majority of the youths always have this um, sense that they always have this mindset that their dreams are limited because of where they come from. They feel, you know, for some of them, I just have to go to school and then come back and sit at home, or just maybe be a political talk and all of that. And
And for those who don't know, Okene is in
Kogi
Kogi
State,
State, which
yes,
is
yes,
north central. Is that
yes,
north
yes,
central?
it's not
North
central,
central of
yes.
Nigeria. Okay. So
So that was what now inspired the fact that we have so many people from this same place who are doing
great.
great in their various fields. So why not bring them and tell these other people, these other youths that see, we started here and we are doing great where we are. And if you start now too, you're going to be far better than we are doing. And that was why we created the theme, being more.
Okay,
So which
yes.
means whatever they are at the moment, they
They
can be
can
more
be
than
more
that.
than that. Oh, okay. So yes, there was a particular person that fascinated me. A little girl.
Yeah, Halima
Hali, yes.
Abdulkarim Onyeke,
What
yes.
what was her specialty? Why was she part of the panels?
Yes, she's very fluent in terms of giving her speech, and
Okay.
she's very passionate about becoming a lawyer, and she's been told that if you must become a lawyer, you must be very vocal, and that
Okay.
was what part of the things that inspired her public speaking.
Oh,
And
she's a public speaker.
yes, she's a
Okay.
public speaker. So ever since she's been giving speech at maybe any Child Rights Day or
Okay.
International Girls Day as well, and she represents her school, in so many other debates.
How old is she?
She's 8 years old.
She's 8 years old.
Yes.
Wow, wow. And I mean, like just seeing her there, imagine a child, even a random, not even somebody from Kogi State,
Yeah.
any random child, male or female, that sees her on such a platform and sees that she would speak, confidently, would be inspired by that. So yes, I actually found that
Yeah,
very
even
inspiring.
there was this little cousin of mine that saw a video of her, and he was like, "Ah, she's my age mate," and I was like, "And you see what she's doing?" She said she will do more than that, and I said,
Aha, so the
"That's the
theme.
spirit."
Okay, that's cool. All right, guys, we're still here, right? The program is Random Things right here on Click Naija Internet Radio, and I am chatting, hanging with Issa Ozo. He's a digital media expert, creative director, Abuja Facts, and special assistant to the FCT Minister, New Media.
Calling all of this title, it seems so heavy already.
And there's more. There's more. This is just like a tip of the iceberg. So I want to ask you now, as like in your capacity as a special assistant to the FCT Minister, I mean, you have your portfolio, like it's new media that is your thing,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
But I know that people will just see and think, government, you are government.
Mm-hmm.
What is the oddest or the weirdest question you've ever heard in your capacity as the special assistant to the FCT
Um,
Minister?
I wouldn't
Or
really
complain,
say,
the oddest
yeah,
complaint.
the oldest complaint. I think it was at the point when someone said that why okay, there's been this complaint about cattle roaming the city,
Okay.
and someone just came out and said, please, we should just create a space for them at the Aso Villa. Whatever it takes to do that, please let me know. I'll be willing to contribute. You understand? So they were basically just saying that, since the cows have not become part of the city, we
Cities,
should
yes.
create a space
It's
for
fine.
them to live to and all of that. So it was because the person, of course, I understood where he was coming from, and his complaints were quite valid, and these are things that, of course, are being addressed at the moment.
Okay, but so as they're being addressed, is there anything you can actually say to us about it on, what we can expect in terms of how this will be addressed?
Okay, now the Abuja Environmental Protection Board are the ones in charge of keeping the city clean,
Okay.
and of course, there's been so many complaints about these cattle roaming the city, and their dongs are everywhere, and that makes the city dirty.
That's it. Okay.
And since it's their mandate to make sure that the city is clean,
Clean.
the minister at some points have already given a directive to make sure that this is controlled, because now they are not allowed to move into the city.
City.
But in so many cases, we
You
see them
still see
coming in.
them,
So
yes.
from the last I remember, the minister has given a directive for the AEPB to make sure that that is controlled. But we know there are just still so many challenges surrounding that.
Okay,
But we
so
hope
but
that,
there are no rules, there are no laws in
no,
place
of
now.
course, there is. There is actually a ban on cattle rearing in the city
City,
of
okay,
Abuja.
okay.
That's in the capital city. But
Yes.
of course, the territory is 8,000 square meters. The capital city is about 250 square meters. So there is a ban on the on
In the
the
city,
capital
capital
city
city. Okay.
at the moment, and we know that's being violated, but it will be controlled.
He said it to be controlled, though. So hold him as much as he's the new media
I
person.
am certain that the next time we come here, I mean, there will be an improvement in that part, because I am personally following up with that.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm not happy with it, so
All
I'm
right. You're
personally,
personally
yeah.
following that. Okay. So with the TEDx Okene event now,
Yeah.
are there going to be more editions? Can we
Yes, of course. So we hope to hold subsequent editions of it. So we've presently all our videos from the speakers have been approved, and we've already applied for a renewal of license. And as
okay.
soon as we get it, we start preparing for
Prepare
the
for the
next
next one.
edition. Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. So, but for you as a person, what was your takeaway from? I mean, you had plans for the event. The event happened,
Yeah.
and afterwards, what was your own takeaway from that event?
Hmm. For me, I think it was basically the comments, the positive comments from people, and the positive impact it's had on them. Because, I mean, a week afterwards, we've had so many people reach out to us that, dreams they've actually laid down, they are now trying to reignite them.
Aww.
Some try to, keep us in touch with their progress report from events. And for so many people, they had their favorite speakers. You could
Okay.
come to an event where, people speak for hours, and it could just take maybe a few seconds of it, to inspire you. So many people were able to point that out. And on our own part, we're trying to do follow up with who we can. We also opened up a channel where people can reach out to us, and as well the speakers, for guidance. So we don't just want it to end in talks.
Okay.
We want to see real progress.
Okay.
So so far, I think it's the progress report we've gotten from a
From.
few people. I mean, over more than 100 people came,
Uh-huh.
and just a few of them have reached out to us, and we believe that others are making progress in their own various fields
Yeah.
wherever they are.
Okay. I mean, you keep saying it's a few people, but I mean, it's really not a few. As long as, like, even with prayer, they say if some, or rather with sermons or with preachings,
Mhm.
if the word has gone out, even if it's one person
I get
that gets it, then
it will have a ripple effect.
yes, and it
Yeah.
has fulfilled its purpose for going out. So
Yes, yes.
yes, I mean, it's still
I
something to be
mean, the
proud of.
success of it is, I mean, it's what gives me great pleasure at any point in time.
Okay, all right, that's good. I mean, it's really something to be proud of. All right, so as an individual, what's your own life goal? Like, what is that a tough question? Is that too serious for
You
random
know,
things?
of course, they say in most cases you have short-term plans, you have long-term
Mm-hmm.
plans, and I've been this kind of person who always just live life by the day. But
Okay.
of course, on the long run, whenever I speak with my friends, I always tell them that maybe I was just meant to serve humanity. But for me personally, my goal is to because I'm quite passionate about digital communication. So
Okay.
my goal is to build a big digital communications brand, not just in Abuja, in Nigeria, and as well,
Internationally.
exactly. So that's one of it, and I want to really do something to impact on the society. I wouldn't say anyway. Politics is one way to go about that.
Okay, okay, we're getting somewhere.
Politics is one way to go about that because for the kind of change you want to see, you need to be part of the system in
Mhm.
order to effect that.
Yeah.
And we are hoping that wherever we can, even if we cannot be there, if we have people who are close to
There.
us who are there, we can, have our own inputs to see that we begin to impact positively in the society.
So,
But politics is key. So I
okay.
urge everyone to be involved. It is either you are campaigning for someone or you just go out there and exercise your
Right.
rights by voting, because it really goes a long way.
Okay. All right. So thank you so much for being a part of Random Things today. It's been a pleasure having you, and hopefully we'll have you in your full capacity now as the special assistant, so that we'll give you all the tough and hard questions. Maybe not on Random Things, maybe on another program, but yes, we'll
Okay.
definitely be having you
Yeah,
sometimes too.
I mean, I
Again.
think the reason why I'm there is to get feedback from the Abuja community and give it to the
So
authorities and see what they can do, and of course follow up with them and then give
give it back
feedback
to
to
us.
yes.
Even though I have one issue, Abuja. You people say Abuja metropolis now be FCT. I don't even
Mm-hmm.
understand for people, but street lights from Abacha Barrack to Nyanya. Nyanya is FCT.
Abacha Barak, yeah.
Yes, Abi Mogadishu. Mogadishu. Yeah, they changed the name. I'm
Okay.
old Abuja, so I call them
So the
Abacha.
street lights
The
there.
street lights. There are no street lights.
Okay.
Yes.
I will note that down
Thank you.
and
Thank you
I'll
very much.
personally take it up.
Thank you very much.
But these
Yes.
things take process, and that's what Nigerians don't understand.
But keep us in the loop.
Exactly.
Let us know.
Accountability.
Even that our Kershi road self. You see, in fact, I'll write a list.
Apple Karishi.
Yes, I
Don't
will.
worry, that one is coming up soon. I assure you.
Yay!
We received progress reports on the road about I think about 2 weeks ago, and
Okay.
of course very soon it's going to be open. At least I
Yay!
cannot say particularly when,
When,
but
but
within this
soon.
year.
At least we have hope. Oh, there's a timeline. Oh, ha. I beg. Thank you. Thank you
Yeah,
very much. I will definitely, in fact, personally, I'll follow up on this one
no
and give
problem.
progress report to my own constituents too about this issue because we really need it. All
Thank
right,
you.
thank you. But before I let you go, one more question.
Is it random?
Yes, well, it is. It's random. It's not connected to what we're talking about. Are
Okay.
you married, single, single and searching, single and not searching, engaged? What's the situation?
Okay, I am not married.
Okay.
I am not single and searching.
But you are single and not searching.
Single and not searching.
Okay. All right. Maybe next time when we meet, I'll still ask you for updates on this question.
I mean, I'll be willing to give it.
All right. Thank you so much. Okay, and thank you guys for following. All right, hit us up on social media. We are Click Naija on all platforms. On Twitter, we are at Click Naija One. And if you'd like to be on this show, I'll think about it. You can send me a message, all right, at Purple Diva, all platforms. Okay. Thanks once again. My name is Makcit. It's Friday. Make sure you have fun. I'm saying it because this is my own version of fun. I've had my own fun for the day.
Okay.
Yes, but ensure you have fun.
You said your name is Makcit.
Makcit.
Okay. So can I call my own name now?
Okay, sure.
Thank you for joining us on this show. It's random things, and of course, we're going to do random things today. It's not just about on the program, but as soon as I step out of here, it's TGIF. Just do something random that brings fun to you. So I am Issa Ozo, as you know.
Digital media expert. He's being modest. I don't want to say that. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day.